Alright guys, we've got a 2005 Big Dog Chopper semi-custom motorcycle for sale. This bike currently has extremely low 2,647 very well cared for miles. Now this particular bike is equipped with the gloss black base paint job, and then you have the classic hot rod orange and yellow with purple pinstriped flames. Definitely a very classy paint job. Now in 2005, Big Dog equipped these bikes with the extremely powerful 1,916cc 117 cubic inch S&S V-twin motor. They equipped the bike with a 6-speed Baker transmission. You have a right side balance drive, PM disc brakes, and also PM polished billet wheels. They definitely didn't spare any expenses when they built this bike. Now up front you've got a 21-inch rim, and in the rear you've got an 18-inch rim with a gigantic 250mm tire. Definitely gives the bike that classic chopper look. Now the bike does have some additions. First off, you have the sissy bar ready struts. What that will allow you to do is to add a sissy bar rather easily. You just pop them into these holes on the bracket, and that will allow you to install that sissy bar to carry some more gear or to use it as a passenger backrest. Definitely a nice thing to have. You also have the passenger pegs. Again, that will allow you to apply a pillion pad or a 2-up seat for that passenger. So definitely a nice thing to have. And then you have the Super Trap exhaust system. Definitely looks great and sounds even better. I did acquire the bike from the original owner. He purchased the motorcycle brand new in 2005. He definitely took good care of the bike. So for the year and miles, I'm going to give the bike a rating of a 9.5 out of a 10. It's definitely one of the cleaner 2005 models that I've come across. There are a few cosmetic blemishes, so that's why I'm degrading it from a 10, but overall it's in pretty decent shape. So first off, you've got that rear Avon tire. I'm assuming that is the original tire. I'm going to state that it has 50% of tread remaining just because of the age of it. I'm assuming it probably has more tread. You can even see the tread bar up here. It's definitely in good shape. It definitely has more than that, but just saying that to protect myself. Rear fender's in good shape. You've got a few little chips back here. The main one was right there, and that's been touched up with touch-up paint. Very common for the edge of the fender to chip, just because that's where all the rocks will flip up while riding. You've got a tiny little scuff right there, and then there's also some suction cup marks from a pillion pad or 2-up seat being on here. They're pretty hard to see, but they are there. Almost some indentations in the clear coat, and so I definitely want to point that out. Polish billet is in really good shape. You can definitely tell the owner before me has taken the time to polish it on a annual basis. You can tell he's definitely kept up on it, which is a nice thing. It could use some polishing to look perfect and like new, but as mentioned before, this is probably one of the better examples as far as a used bike goes. Same with the pulley, it's in really good shape. We've got a tiny little bit of discoloring on the wheel down here, so as mentioned before, there are a few blemishes, but overall the bike's in pretty good shape. Big Dog solo seat's in good condition. You've got a few wear marks from getting on and off of the bike, but nothing too crazy. Again, the bike is a 2005, so you're gonna run into a few of these things. Rear swing arm's in pretty decent shape, maybe with the exception of some surface scratches from dusting the bike off throughout the course of its life. Rear passenger peg is in really good condition. You've got a little bit of oxidation on the edge there, but overall it's in really good shape considering the year of the bike. Might have a little oxidation in between the rubber, but it's pretty good. So the Super Trap exhaust is in good shape. Looks like there's a few little scratches here, a few little discolor marks. I'm trying to figure out what these little dots are. I'm going to try to get those off later on, but do want to point those out. Looks like you've got a scuff here and a slight ding in the heat shield. Belt drive cover's in good shape. Same with the transmission cover. The electrical cover's in good shape, no major blemishes to point out there. Gas tank is in pretty good condition as well. You've got one minor scratch there. I'd say it's approximately 1/4 of an inch to 1/2 an inch long. You've got a few little minor tiny scratches, but overall no major blemishes to point out on that tank. Rocker box covers on the engine are in good shape. You might have some light surface scratches there, but nothing too crazy. The air intake's in good shape. Pretty decent shape as well, with the exception of some surface scratches. Grips are in good condition. Hand controls are in pretty decent shape as well. As mentioned before, the polish bill on everywhere else on the bike has been taken pretty good care of. Same thing with the hand controls here. Mirrors are in good shape. Speedometer is in good shape. Handlebars are in good shape. No major blemishes to point out there. Down tubes are in good condition as well. No major blemishes to point out. You might have 1 or 2 small rock chips, but nothing too out of the ordinary. The underneath of the frame has some light scrapes. These bikes sit so low to the ground, it's dang near impossible to prevent this from happening. And so I'm going to advertise that the bike does have some scrapes on the bottom of the frame. Headlights in pretty good condition as well, no major blemishes there. Triple trees and forks are in fair shape. Probably the only thing I'm going to mention is there are, I'd say, probably 6 to 7 very light pits on this fork over here. And that looks like a little bit of a mark that's coming off. But I just want to point that out so you're aware of that. They're not bad, almost not worth mentioning. But I'd want to know if I was buying the bike kind of thing. So Front fender's in pretty decent shape. You do have a couple of light scuffs here, probably in about 4 to 5 little areas. You do have a scratch right here that I touched up with touch-up paint, approximately, I'd say 3 inches long. It goes right there. Not crazy bad, but enough to want to know about it. Fender's in pretty decent shape up here. You do have some little paint chips underneath the fork brace. I don't know if you can see that or not, but I'm trying to get a better angle there so you know about it. Polish bill on the front wheel is in great shape. Could use a little bit of polishing to look perfect. But as mentioned before, the polish bill has definitely been polished on a consistent basis. See if you can see that little chip underneath the fork brace. Top edge of the fender's in good shape. Front Avon tire, again, I'm going to say it has 50% of tread remaining. Just because of the age, you might have some light, very light weather cracking, but should definitely get some riding time out of it. Polish billet on this side of the front wheel is in good shape. Again, could use a little bit of polishing to look perfect. Front brake rotor is in good condition too. No major blemishes to point out there. And this side of the fork, it looks like you have less marks, but probably I'd say 3 to 4. Very light, and that may even be some bug splat as well. It's mainly that right fork. Mirror's in good condition on this side. It looks like there's a little bit of rust marks inside the bolt heads here, and so I'd probably expect that on a few of the bolts. It's not that bad on this bike. I can tell it hasn't been out in the weather. It's probably more or less from the bike being washed and not being wiped off immediately. So I'd probably anticipate that and expect that, but just want you to know about that. Gas tank on this side's in good shape. You've got a few light scratches here. There's one right there, probably about 1/8 of an inch in length. The engine jugs are in good shape. No major staining, which is definitely nice. Primary cover's in good condition as well. No major blemishes there, with the exception of some surf scratching. The shift lever's in good condition. Again, a little bit of oxidation in between the rubber, but not bad. This is definitely one of the better examples of a used bike out there. Electrical cover's in good condition, no major blemishes there. Kickstand's in fair shape. You've got a little bit of chipping chrome here. I see this on almost every bike just because of the kickstands going up and down. It's very common. Sissy bar strut's in good condition as well. Got that passenger peg that's in good shape. Looks like it's hardly been used. Got that swing arm that's in good condition. with the exception of some light surface scratches from being dusted off. License plate holders in good condition, no major blemishes there. Got that rear brake rotor, that's in good shape. No major blemishes, could use a little bit of polishing to look better. Same thing with the polished billet wheel on the rear on this side. Not bad, has definitely been taken care of, but could use a little bit of polishing to look like new. So So it's definitely a nice bike, especially for being a 2005. It's in good shape. It's not perfect, but it is in really good shape for the year, and hard to come by this low of miles. It's getting harder and harder to come by these bikes that have been super low mileage, and then also that have been taken care of, kind of thing. But let's go ahead and fire the bike up for you. Right, so there you have it. Definitely shows the bike runs extremely well. Rides even better. Definitely a very, very nice bike. If you do have any other questions or concerns, definitely don't hesitate to contact me. The best way to contact me is via phone, and you can call me at 801-564-0629. Again, that's 801-564-0629. Another great way to contact me is via email. I'd also suggest that you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way you can keep up to date on our current inventory. You can also hop over to our direct website, which is www.utahchopper.com. Most definitely appreciate your time, and also look forward to the possibility of working with you. Thank you very much.